an hour of slack. Do you know where it's at? All you need is an hour of slack. Everyone needs a straight jacket. Pull it tight, let's all slack it.
We're moving. We've been in the process of moving everything in the Slacker mansion. And during this week, I boxed up literally all of the SubGenius media. More on that later. This is me right today.
Number 8.
Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood, skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. He loads 16 ton. And what do you get? Another day older and a deeper in debt. Say, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. Loaded 16 ton, a number 9 coal, and the sawball said, well, bless my soul. 16 ton, and what do you get? Another day older and a deeper in debt. Say, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning near a drizzling rain. Fighting and trouble on my middle name. I was raised in the cane, my whole mama life. They know I told the woman make me walk the line. 16 ton, and what do you get? Another day older and a deeper in debt. Say, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Now if you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. I got one fist of iron, the other of steel. If the rock don't get your man, you left one wheel. 16 ton, and what do you get? Another day older and a deeper in debt. Say, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
Amazing. The Rainmakers, recorded somewhere in Sweden or Norway. They're much better known relatively in the Scandinavia for some reason. Maybe it has something to do with the ethnic background of the lead singer, Bob Walkenhorst. Walkenhorst might be.
Walkenhorst sounds Danish or Swedish or
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got we had 46 listeners. Now we have 36, but our friends in Leipzig are there, in Saxony.
Yeah.
And I held in my hand an hour of slack that was made by Bucky, Reverend Bucky. Remember, a long time ago, he put together his favorite stuff. And it was a real good one. Mm-hmm. I've put my hands on every recording in every format in the last couple of weeks. We've actually been working on this move for 2 months. I mean, ever since after the devotional, we hit the ground hauling, and you may think, well, all my videos fit on a hard drive. All my radio shows and music, it all fits on a thumb drive. How can it be so hard to move this stuff? Well, you didn't always keep your videos on a thumb drive. In fact, there was a time when you couldn't even keep your videos because they hadn't been invented yet. I've been putting my hands on cans of film, mostly 16 millimeter, but the oldest can in there was 35 millimeter negative of a claymation thing I did when I was 15. And friends, old film smells just like vinegar.
It's the developing fluid.
No, I mean, when you get film back from the lab, it has this cool, fresh film smell, but when it's really old, it undergoes a chemical change and becomes somewhat stanky. Stanky like somebody I'm thinking of right now. I'm watching for that little dot. I'm pretty stanky right now, said Stank, because of the hauling and moving. My phone app tells me how far I've walked, how many floors I've done, and because we have a 3-story house, including
by the bed of death.
What? The bed of death. Yeah, I have that problem too. The Mummy is in the background, the original Mummy. What was I saying? Something about the...
A vinegar. It was about the vinegar.
Yeah, the stinkiness of the... Well, yeah, the media was huge. Back at... we were moving Princess Wee's mom, Wee Mama, and some young movers were there. They were astounded by the fact that so much stuff was made out of wood. And they said, how can anyone have this much stuff? And I had to point out that when you had pictures then, they were on paper. They weren't online. And when you had records, they were heavy. In fact, 78 RPM records are real heavy. And he's not heavy. He's my cowboy.
Yes, I know.
Four-flushing, four-fingered, foreskin, eyeball jacket.
Yeah, you should see my fingernails on my foreskin, Dave. They're so filthy. I've been cleaning them, but they won't get clean.
Oh, and they're ragged because they break all the time when you're moving things like we are.
Well, I've been picking up boxes that are like 30 years old. The last time I picked them up was the first time I moved in Dallas, and they've just been growing hair on them. Really, when boxes get old, they get hair.
They get hairy.
Oh, they get whole colonies of like beatnik-looking type thing, Oh, they didn't have CDs back then, but they look like educational devices. The kind of tutorial you get when you get a spanking for being a nasty mammy.
Well, it's growing under my fingernails. The funk of 10,000 years.
It's the trailing cobwebs.
Funk of 10,000 years.
Well, actually, that 35 millimeter negative, let's see, if I was 15 years old, that'd be from 1968. Jesus. Good God. We're so old that our photographs take up 10 boxes. And
they're heavy.
Yeah.
Because paper is heavy.
Our LP records are all at Weirdsville Records in Detroit now. 700 of them. Somebody's going to get a really good Hendrix bootleg collection. Only the MP3s of them sound a lot better.
They actually do.
And they don't have scratches, and they're not as heavy. What was it, Bleepo? I was talking about how heavy all this stuff was and how many boxes. And Bleepo said, just put it in an envelope.
They're much lighter.
Yeah.
You've been referring to filth, too, a lot. You filthy this and filthy that. And what was the argument, the disagreement anyway, about hemorrhoids? You said the judge was going to give you 5 to 10 or something?
We weren't going to talk about that on the show, Dave.
We don't know any better. You should forewarn me.
I will next time. Hey, did I tell you that I learned? Well, I got the weirdest phone call. Did I talk about this last week? I got a phone call from the doctor saying, well, we saw your x-rays of your back, and we didn't see anything wrong, just your ordinary arthritis and your constipation. And I went, what? I'd never heard about the constipation. That's one of the few ailments I don't have any trouble with. And I didn't know I had arthritis.
No one's ever told me I have arthritis in my back. Thanks for telling me in a very odd way.
Well,
me too. I know exactly what you mean. You got arthritis. Sometimes you get pain in the septic valves.
Oh, yeah, it backs up, and then you blow your O-ring at the funeral.
Your ovaries can be affected too, especially if you're a male participant in the group swelling. Because a lot of times when you take the conditional test after the test, everybody flunks.
Oh, I didn't. After I flunked the test, they gave me the operation, and it's starting to wear off. That guy said that his terp was good for 10 years, and it's only been about 3. And I've had to go to the bathroom several times this year. That wasn't supposed to happen. They were supposed to cure me of that.
Well, we've all heard similar stories, and a lot of us are just taking the other side entirely, just going like hypotenuse toad Louis or something, just completely get away from the basic conjecture. If everybody's going to have it, why doesn't everybody get it? You know what I mean? Psychosemantically speaking, get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what we're going to miss, Princess Wee?
Tell me what we're going to miss.
The WCSB Halloween ball.
Oh, are you kidding? I know that so painfully well.
Actually, it's Friday the 27th. Technically, no, we'll be gone. That's the day that the truck arrives at Stang Ranch with all of our stuff.
Yes,
All of it, I tell you.